What's good, family? Just wanted to talk to you tonight about the subject of loyalty. Growing up, got myself in a lot of bad positions. Getting in juvenile detention center. I actually did 17 months in the system. Um, Before that, hanging around in Detroit, hanging in different neighborhoods. I found myself hanging around gangs of guys. And I knew the different culture of young men was to be around big groups, large groups of other young men, having acceptance, feeling that camaraderie, that brotherhood, whether it was positive or negative. We just wanted to experience that, especially with the lack of fathers in these neighborhoods. And we kind of had this culture of, the younger guys disrespecting females, disrespecting their mother, uh, not having that established respect for women. But then once I got myself in a bad situation, my understanding changed. How so? Well, when I got locked up, what I noticed in most of these visiting rooms and most of these situations, the majority of support letters that was coming in the visiting rooms was women and children. Whether it was people's mothers, whether it was people's babies' mothers, whether it was people's wives. Uh, the thing I seen coming through the system, even in the courts and all of this stuff, was the women. It wasn't these guys in the hood. It wasn't all these people that you actually gave your loyalty to while you was out. So then I started to step back because I said, man, most of the guys that I hang with, these guys ain't sent me not damn letter, not one letter, uh, no contact, no attempt to contact me. But all of the different women that I knew on the outside, the different females that I was dating at the time and talking to, they did take that time out, to write a letter and check on me. And your mother come up there. Everybody's mother is down. And I don't care what type of charges people are sitting on up in there. Their moms be coming up there. His guys, the certified murderers, and their mother is up there fully supporting them, still crying over them, saying people don't understand them. The mama is still behind them. So this made me understand that women have different type of loyalty than men. Because most of the men, when you're in bad situations like that, they back off. It's almost like the hot potato. They get up off of you. You don't hear from them. They get distant. Um, but the women, they kind of dig down in the trenches with you. Clamp down with you. So after coming out of that situation, my whole understanding was different, right? And what did I start thinking? Man, if that's who's loyal to me, the man I am, then that's who I'm gonna kick my loyalty back to. I don't care how cool we were before. I don't care what weight I gave your opinion before, your word, and yeah, we'll fight back to back, and yeah, I risk my life for you. But then I'm in a bad situation. I don't hear from you. So down and out is when it counts. Down and out is when you really get to see who got your back and who don't. And I'm gonna tell you a lot of times, more times than most, and most of the guys who've been in these situations can attest to the same thing, man. Uh, these guys, when they out, got more loyalty to a football team than they do to the woman that's taking care of their kids. They got more loyalty to a football team or to gangs or to other things than the things that's actually loyal to them. Which for me is still at this point, as a 40-year-old man, is real confusing. Like, you got to be a certified clown to be dedicated and risking your life to be out there with certain people. And then the minute you down and out, these guys disappear on you. I'm talking about like magicians. They disappear and you don't hear from them. So who should we be extending that loyalty? The women. And here's the thing. When guys break up from a relationship and you break up for that mother, got it. You and her don't get along, got it. But when she's doing well, your kids are doing well. So the object of the game is to make sure the kids and your kids' mother is doing good. And that's just, like I said, I'm older. I'm not about the kid games and the excuses that people get. Because my thing is, if I know a guy and if he's not loyal, excuse me, to the seed he brought into this world, he's definitely not going to be a loyal friend to me. If you don't give a damn about your kids, and you don't give a damn about your mother, and you don't give a damn about the woman who's caring for your kids, what type of friend you gonna be to me? It's impossible for me to confuse myself to thinking that a person like that can have loyalty to any other person. So for men like that who don't have no involvement with their kids or can't love their kids and they okay with their own bloodline not being looked after and taken care of, I don't have no mercy in that regard. Which means me and you can't be locked in like that because you ain't loyal to your own blood. Right? So I just think a lot of men are looking at things, and I don't even know how we get wrapped up in that, but we look at things completely backwards. We should be protecting our women who protect our children. We should be governing it, and that's who you should be investing into. Who are you in that household with? Your old lady. And it's obvious. If every living man has a navel, that means he was nurtured by a woman. So, for most of us as African American, I don't understand how this battle between women and men and we can be bashed at makes no sense to me because, that's who brought you into this world. So how can you have that type of hate? It's never a thing that you can have that type of hate for the thing that created you and helped create you, outside of God himself. So I just think we need to step back and just take a look at where we extend our loyalty to, because loyalty itself is a valuable thing. So if I'm going to be committed to something or someone, it's going to be the thing that I feel is equally committed to me. So I just feel like we all need to take a step back and reestablish that balance. And I feel like doing that, we'll have healthier environments, healthier homes for the kids, and healthier situations. Even if you co-parenting, you give it 100% to support your kid's mother. You give it 100% to support your mother, who's, if she's still actively alive, or even if she's passed, you go put flowers on the grave, just never get rid of that loyalty and respect, right? That should be part of your DNA. And if it's not, then you got to recheck yourself, because that means you fake. Yeah. So, hey, at the end of the day, I hope, everybody's able to take something from this message, but just take a step back and take a look at that, because it's not something I'm making up. A lot of these guys is loyal to clowns, and then the people who got their back, they don't have a drop of loyalty for. Have a good one, family.